1 minute. Morning.
I started the stream, Bob, so we're live on Facebook and YouTube right now.
Thank you very much. I saw that though. I was watching, going, we're streaming. Oh, cool. And I put this up there just for my little, like we're number one of the thing that's up. Everybody can see it. Awesome. All right, it's 9 o'clock. Today is March 1, 2022, and this is our a live. We come up, it used to be live with Bob, and somebody went on live with Bob. So that's currently our working model. And this is a video log. Welcome, everyone. We had 38 signed up, so we'll see who actually comes on because your input's going to be what we talk about. So half my staff is on or more. So it's like, yeah, we got a lot here. So we're going to start each Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern. For approximately 1 hour will be our Alive with Bob video log. And so you're invited. It'll also be recorded. Today we're Zooming, Facebooking, and YouTubing simultaneously. Thank you to our team who knows how to do all that, because when they figured out that I could just go Zoom, I know how to do Zoom. So that's good. When we start actually any event, and especially this particular one, I'm asking everyone to show up playing 125%, be fully present and vote victory. And the way I do it, you do it your way. The way I do it is I am my own permanent victory in the light and feel the meaning in each word deeply enough. And then who's ever speaking, I am your permanent victory in the light. And I ask when we come, and we're not here just to get something, we're here to amplify, give and receive. So again, it's not like I'm going to go get a bump. Yeah, you can get a bump up, but how about a join and make a difference, even though we're all being blessed? Let's also, and each and every time we come together on Tuesdays and Thursdays and more and more and more, I'm asking we vote victory for our planet, especially what's going on right now in Ukraine, that kind of stuff. Literally, we can make a difference. Let's do it. So that's that. When you come, be fully present instead of like, you can do. I mean, it's okay to be doing breakfast or whatever, but I'm asking you to be fully present. Be on time instead of coming in late, that kind of stuff. If possible, please do that. Otherwise, forgive yourself ahead of time and come. Be on camera. If you're here, please 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 be on camera. Why? Because you make a difference. Just letters across doesn't quite do it for me. Anyone else? Can you imagine getting married with your partner on text going, oh, okay then, hello. So this is marriage of earth and heaven. So that's what this is about. Also, when you come on, please be muted. Some people forget that, and it's pretty funny when we're hearing them do all kinds of things, which is fun. I love it. Also, those that know about essential oils, oil up. I just put on the gift, and it's one of my favorite things ever. And I remembered, oh yeah, oil up, do it. Okay. And then if you have My Word Made Flesh, because we're going to build a whole bunch of what we do here with My Word Made Flesh, have your book out, because it's really cool to be able to go, oh yeah, and take a look at what you're learning in this. And then I'll ask you all what you're suggesting for our video log. I'll put it that way. So I'm going to be deepening, sharing a lot, and deepening Sacred Body Language Translation. SBLT, Sacred Body Language Translation, is way more than everything in the book. It's way more than that. And so the book is way more than, it's like 1,000 times more than I've ever shared on all my classes combined. What takes interaction, what takes seeing it on a daily, whatever. In other words, once somebody, let's say they have a standing wave of shoulder, elbow, hip, whatever it is, cellular, whatever. As we ask the question immaculately, the unwinding and the restoration of that person's perfection start to happen. But frequently they're going, and they don't even know they're doing it. And those are blessings that are being delivered in that moment. that if they're not recognized or recognized or remembered, remembered, and agreed to, the blessing is delivered without being received, which means potentially, first, the blessing didn't happen because it's all by consciousness, or it got delivered and it was not walked in. So much of what I'm going to be doing now is deepening a way to have everyone go, oh, wow, for ourselves and others. I mean, I can be sitting there all day and I make a new choice. And the next movements that I'm going to make have inner information, which is essential for me to agree to. And like right now, how many saw Maggie go, no, I'm not going to talk about that right now. And you can all have a little bit of redness in your face, but most of us have this, oh, I touched my nose twice and my cheek once or twice. Oh, no, it's never bad. It's always a blessing. It's never bad. So this is, I can, left side of the nose, be seen for who I am. And then, hello, I restore my God-given strength and what I'm doing, either that or something about this finger. I'm not quite sure. So do you get vote victory, see perfection? Because most of us, I'm going to say since the fall from grace, have had shame, blame, guilt, right, wrong, good, bad, hot, cold going on. How many have ever noticed that? How many have ever noticed some, oh, did I do it wrong? Oh, all right. That's what we're transcending at this point. So in the platform of what we're going to be doing, sacred body language translation is way up there. Conscious language way up here. In other words, they're a match made in heaven. It says, please go. Oh, you just shared that. Hello, I just read the message. Hello, yes. Oh, I thought it was talking to me. I'm not. All right. And then so conscious language is so much bigger. I mean, I've had people like say, I'm doing the affirmations on the bottle. No, the affirmation is not wrong. It's just more than that. An affirmation is toward, it's firming up. A decree is a law. So I might like the idea of decree. I decree versus I affirm. Yes. If you'd like to finance something, you can go to affirm. And if you'd like to have a law manifest, decree. What do you think? Huh? All right. So next one is life upgrade coaching, where all these things come together. We're going to be doing that. And my word made flesh. Now, there's been a bit of a challenge going on with certain people, not right or wrong, just within a religious context. And this is not a religious book. This is a spiritual book based on scripture as it relates to quantum physics. So if everybody can just go, all right, I can just go find the truth in it. And I recommend whatever you do all day long with me, all day long with you, demand truth and only truth come forward. So that's going to be what we're doing. And because I've got this blueprint of 44 different steps that we can deepen in my word made flesh, that's a lot of, like, I get to have a platform for doing it. That's what we're here to design today. And this is what I know is going to go in it. We're going to do a great deal with essential oils. And it's so much better to understand the oil isn't getting rid of something, it's restoring something. Same with anything about nutrition. So that's that. And we're going to talk about nutrition and consciousness, something I've personally been involved in my adult life for the last 30. When I finally got that it's not just supplements that make a difference, or fasting, or some kind of raw food diet or whatever, that would only work 50% of the time. And when I realized consciousness, I just did consciousness, that only worked 50% of the time. There's a body-mind connection. And that's a lot of what we're going to be dealing with here. And then when we add body language in there and decrees in there, it's rock and roll. So also really much bigger than, I wrote all this stuff out for the book. I started sharing the book and I was like, oh man, I didn't know. I discovered, I put it that way. The left shoulder, many know, but story, I'll go back over that at some point in these things. But I didn't realize that even though I said it and I got it and I coached people and all that, I was using essential oils to eliminate or diminish pain instead of restore something. Year and a half, sold my bed, all that stuff. And when just one day I went, oh man, wait, out loud. It was in a class on a Zoom. And I went, and it was like, I'm using this to get rid of, to allopathically do something with pain. And then I said, I'm here to restore my blessing. Just that alone, within 5 minutes, my shoulder let go, because all signals are to get us to change something. All signals are get us to change something. And when we change the cause, the signal doesn't need to exist. My shoulder let go, and I have my comfortable shoulder now for about a year. And before that, I mean, every day, all day long for 6 to 10 pain level, got it to comfortable, because I went, and I was just even, I didn't necessarily go restore. I just contemplated, what does it mean? I'm going to go, this could be a lot easier. And then this is where the essential oils, if I use oil in my shoulder, I'm not using my oil like deep relief to get rid of something. I'm here to deep restore. The word relief means like believe means be alive in. Am I going fast? What do you think? I'm just getting out all the information so I can talk to all y'all. All right. So be alive in, believe means be alive in, relief means relive again. So again, this whole thing is about that. So also things like conscious prosperity, transforming codependence into co-empowerment. And we will have a segment in it where I'll do demonstrations. Who knows? We'll see how it unfolds. That's the beauty of this particular platform. And we'll also have one of our team today. It's going to be Jade, operating the searchable version of My Word Made Flesh, which is really helpful to go, and 2 seconds we can know everything that's in there. So that's what we're going to be doing in our video log, Alive with Bob. And it was going to be live, and now it's Alive with Bob because someone went, oh, that's nice. So that's what we're doing so far. So those of you on it, if you can go visual, please do. I mean, it's really helpful. And in fact, I'm going to make it a priority, unless there's extenuating circumstances where you go and you plead your case. Just kidding. And how many of you know you start scratching? Huh, Lisa? How many start going, look, you can all just go, look over there, and you can scratch all over, and we'll all watch you. Well, all right. Again, it's always a blessing, everyone. So if you can go visual, please do. If you can go visual, please do. And even if you can't, if you're not appropriate, don't do that. If you're in the shower and you've got that's probably not a good idea. But all right, so what else do you choose to have? Mic yourself, wave. Normally we have a larger number, whatever number's on is good. And what else do you choose to have? You can design this. We'll do it. Have I covered it completely? Come on, what else? Or what would you like more of, even though I mentioned it? What are hot numbers for you? Anybody about prosperity? Huh? Because they're the same thing, health and wealth. How many like, okay, so only 2 for prosperity, 2.5, looks a little nod. The rest of you, all right, I'm gonna go, oh, yeah, okay, cool. How about transforming codependence into co-empowerment? Yes. I mean, I love that. Come on, Joe. Victoria, what else would you like more of?
Long throw versus short throw.
Okay, so
what does that mean?
All right, so got it. So there's the short, I feel better. This is what Life Upgrade Coaching is all about. And the way I got this, just so you can understand, and this is many people can watch this, I'm making it universal. I would do a demonstration when I did Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton, and I did 7 events together. And I was the new kid on the block. And in that, I demonstrated with one individual, and I would always say, you don't get to give me the name of a disease. You just tell me the symptom. And so he gets up to the mic. We're on a riser, basically. And he's standing at a tripod with a big mic. He's standing there, and the mic's right here. And they said, all right, so what's the signal? He says, I have prostate cancer. And I went, and I shared with him, you don't get to say the name of the disease. Oh, all right, I know what to do. He goes, I can't pee. So I asked him a question about whenever this started, was something going on relative to expressing his creativity. And here's a man, he's probably my age now, but this is like 30 years ago, whatever. So, but he's standing there and his body starts shaking. He hasn't said a word yet. His body starts shaking, his whole body. And pretty soon his mic in front of him is bouncing back and forth on the tripod. I'm standing, let's say 5 feet away, talking with him in front of 350 people. And I've got a face mic on, and my face mic, you can even hear in the recording, it's going, because I'm shaking. And long story short, that was the question that move the needle of cause versus symptom. That everything we do on our video log on this thing is going to be, what's the cause? Our whole book, My Word Made Flesh, is all about finding cause, because if we only address the symptom, we're missing the point. And this is not modality specific. Doesn't matter what you're using or prompted to or guided to heal yourself or upgrade or whatever it is, add this to it. Clear? So anyway, long story short, that was huge for him. And also a whole bunch of people next day about his age, really similar look, came to me one at a time as I walked in, about 6 guys, and said, yeah, I got to talk to you. I bawled like a baby all night long. So obviously the male energy that vibrated to him, they were voting victory. They got their own. So again, what I'm sharing with you is body language. You know, he was up. I asked one question, few movements. It was profound. When he was leaving the stage, he was still touching different parts of his body. His body language was still going on, but I wasn't there to ask him the next question of the blessing returning. And after I saw that enough, I finally said, that's enough of that. And I'm asking those of you that choose to help each other, really, 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 and this is a way to help that, understand and the rest, like Maggie right then just did, I can, I will, both sides of her nose. And all y'all, I got to be proud. You know, I scratch and I'm proud. I scratch and I'm proud. I scratch and I'm proud, whatever, because the shame, oh no, what did I do? You didn't do anything. Your spirit did it in you. And what we're doing is finding a way to agree with the blessing return. Nose, you'll see it's like, I can, I will, I can. Left side, I can. Spleen, right side, I will. So when somebody's going, I can, I will, I can, I will, I can, I will. Let's go, I can, I will what? If they reach the back of the head somewhere, left or right hand, I thrive. I relieve fight or flight. Cheeks show how we feel. Left side feminine, right side masculine. And functional sacred body language translation is a conversation. Just like, and then the boy ran up the hill, just like that. And so once you get this, you can, and literally, as Lisa's gone, first she did left side, mine's reverse, left side, and then she did right side. Well, but how many go, oh, I had an itch. Yes, you did. Your biocomputer played for you. So once somebody gets this and understands it, our spirit has a way to get the communication going on. And to me, that's heaven. That's why I say it's spirit rich, y'all, which is a Southern term, spirit rich, y'all, spiritual. And it's not religion, not yours or mine or anything like that. No, it's not based on the idea of this is right, this is wrong. This is based on how can I understand what my heart is saying to me, or what my creator, whatever words you use, is saying to me. And how, again, like if I go, I can, I will, I can, I will, and I didn't know that, I just scratched my nose. But if I go, oh, my creator in me just let me know to agree with I can and I will what? Or I give myself permission to thrive how? Or I let my world see how I feel how? And this is an unfolding that begins to happen where we literally walk new. So anyway, anyone else on so long throw? So the short throw is I feel better. And how many have done the, well, I feel better. You know, I took some thieves and I feel better. I took vitamin C and I feel better. Or because of what I call rice arona. That's my new term for the thing that happened on the planet. Rice arona. Rice arona. Okay. How many stayed home? I mean, I live out in the boonies, you know, so my daughter went shopping. Your dad, you're old. So she went shopping for me and I got old. I literally became 20 years older because I let that in. And plus I started eating canola oil foods from our little health food store. I mean, I could barely walk to my car. I'm doing great now. And I'm letting you know that don't ever let anybody tell you you're getting old, jokingly. I'm going to get that. So now do you get, oh, okay, wait, we are here to thrive. So again, I thrive. Well, somebody might be at almost death's door. And if our spirit in our guiding our inner dialogue in body language is going, I thrive, I give myself permission to thrive. These are essential agreements. My Word Made Flesh is based on all that stuff. So I will be demonstrating that. So when people come, again, I'm going to share because some are still here. When you come, play 125. When you come, make an agreement to be on video. Why? Because it makes a huge difference. You show up. And please do that. Whatever it takes, come prepared. Have enough bandwidth or whatever. If you don't have enough bandwidth and whatever, ask your God to expand your bandwidth. How many know? You mean to say God will control? Yes, God controls everything. How many are glad about that? How many right now are going, dear God, thank you so much for my bandwidth and supply and abundance and my happy partnerships and lots of good food, and canola is off the planet. We call it Cantola from here on, whatever. So that's the kind of stuff we'll be doing here. And again, I am peace in Ukraine now made manifest. Anyone else? I am peace in Ukraine now made manifest. I am all the children and humanity there protected by love, by divine love, by our creator. How many love it? Come on now. That's a spin. Many of you will begin to do things with me, and all of a sudden, how many felt the spin just then? Raise your hand if you felt the spin. That's the old vortex meeting a decree of light. So you'll learn a lot about what that stuff happens. What else do you choose more of? And again, sacred body language, conscious language, life upgrade coaching, my word made flesh, essential oils, nutrition and consciousness, symptoms versus cause, long throw, short throw, long throw, a completely new self, a completely new self. Conscious prosperity, we have a searchable, I'll demonstrate it today because Jade is with us. Searchable, my word made flesh. What else do you choose more of in this Tuesday and Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern? What else? Come on, just go shopping. This is retail therapy. Lisa, go ahead. What's that? So, yeah, BOH. So the trick on BOH is we're going to have iPhotos. So if any of you have iPhotos week, and and by the way, it's best to send them to support at Mastery System going, I'd like a little bit, I can do short things on that. Now, here's the deal on BOH. I may or may not do it. Here's why. If I show somebody an eye and somebody is sitting there in their own grump, by the way, how many of you have had self-denigrating belief systems about yourself? I love the way, I love it. Okay. Anyone? So now if, and no judgment, got it? So Lisa, do you get, you can stay live, Lisa, that'll help me. Keep yourself mic'd. Thank you, honey. There's that button. So Lisa, can you imagine, let's say I put your iPhotos up. Now, for me to do a class with people, I got to make sure everyone is voting victory and seeing perfection. And how many go, sure, right on. So much of when I train people in biooptic holography, see, and again, here, another one of the challenges, so everybody can really appreciate what I learned, the moment we are making eye contact with someone's iris, we are in direct contact with their subconscious, and they have no filter. So how many get how important it is to vote victory? Anyone? How many of you judge someone talking with them? I'll raise my hand. You know, and again, forgive me. I'm the law of forgiveness. I'm the consuming flame of God's divine love, consuming all my mistakes, their cause, effect, record, or memory, and all undesirable creation for which my outer human self is responsible, and our outer human selves are responsible. And I am the God's divine love, consuming cause, effect, record, or memory of all my mistakes. Do you get? So if we do biooptic, it's going to have to be a real generic without a photo or something. Somebody could, because again, not wrong. It's just I have learned to see perfection. I was trained in iridology how to see what's wrong. And I would literally activate what's wrong when people would come to me in that training for about 50 years ago now. And that's when I changed that. If I go to a medical, any physician, any healthcare, and they're looking for what's wrong, I say that's not the person to go to. I'd like to find somebody that is aware, but also, and here's another one. This is a lot of what I'll be doing is, or how do we pick our healthcare professional instead of disease management, healthcare? Well, if I have something going on and they've never seen it heal, I'm looking for somebody else. I'm not going to make them wrong. It's just they're telling me, cancel clear, but they'd be telling me, Now, do you get, same with money management, same with relationship management. How many get all of this stuff? It's all about whatever is an out picturing of our inner. As we think in our heart, so are we. So what are the body, conscious language will reveal all this stuff. Body language will reveal all this stuff. Eye stuff will reveal it. So it's a subset of sacred body language translation and becoming fully present. So Lisa, do you get, I can do a little bit, but how many of you are going, okay, then. And again, if somebody does a training with me, I'm with everyone until they can, I'm going to test them. I share thousands of pictures of eyes, and I'll put up on the screen a really difficult eye picture. And frequently the room will go 30, 40 out of whatever number of people there will go, ugh! And they go, see perfection, vote victory. And I mean, it's like, oh God, it got me. All right, I forgive myself, I recommit. I see perfection, I vote victory. Now, how many like the idea of being so pristine that you literally don't take on? In other words, if I see an imperfection, that landed in me. Scripture says, if you see a twig in your brother's eye, take the log or beam out of your own. So again, Lisa, yes, and we'll come up with, maybe somebody draws a little drawing of what they see in their eye and make sure it's reversed, and then they get that. And how many love the idea of, there's a decree, dear God, it goes, mighty I am present, seize possession of my eyes. Make my eyes, make them see and visualize only your perfection, forever self-sustained. So how many love the idea of going and staring in the mirror with that decree of, dear God, see perfection, visualize perfection. Yes, this is for all the tools I have, I believe, have been gifted to me because of the decrees that came early on for me, that I was gifted, sponsored in. And so by me sharing all this with all of you, how many love the idea? All right, I play 125. I see perfection. I vote victory. I'm fully and completely present. And then as I begin to share this with you, you won't learn really, you'll remember. All right, anyone else, the eye stuff? And again, Lisa, does that help you understand kind of my little bit of a caveat there? Good. Yes. What else do you choose more of? And again, those that are just came on, sacred body language, life or conscious language, life upgrade coaching, my word made flesh, the book, essential oils and nutrition and consciousness, symptom versus cause, long throw, short throw, or short throw, long throw, conscious prosperity, the searchable version of my word flesh, my word made flesh, because it's so cool. What else do you choose more of?
Nutrition.
Also, nutrition and how many like the idea of knowing when I eat sprouts? Sprouts are alive. They're not just raw, they're alive, they're living. And how about, some of the like chutney, and I love to mess with words, but sauerkrauts and, not just raw food. Raw food is good, that's good. But how many like living foods that actually are generating life force, all the, like the Hunzas, etc. They did all kinds of living foods. So we'll talk some about that. How many know that dairy is a little slowing? Yes or no? So if you eat it, bless it. Don't go, I'm going to slow myself down to the speed of a cow. And by the way, how do cows nurse for 30 years? Do cows drink their own milk? So mother's milk is something like 1 point whatever percent protein. Cow's milk is way higher than that. Maybe we don't need so much of that kind of protein. And again, in sprouts, so we'll talk about that. So I got a whole world of things, so people can ask questions, we interact. It's not just a class, it interact. And by the way, somebody asks a question and they'll go, I've got that, but they'll be giving signals. How many love that, of what's really going on? I'm excited about that. No one. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie's hand did go up. She goes, I made a choice. Oh my gosh. Oh, so we're going to be having a lot of fun. How many will just start sitting on your hands and then pretty soon you raise your hand and go, what are you doing up there? What are vote victory, see perfection. How many love the idea of being over shame right now? Replacing it. Yes. So we ate from the fruit of the tree of the knowledge. It's my take on it. We ate from the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, right and wrong. and immediately fell from grace and became embarrassed. Excuse me, but that's what happened. Now, do you get 100% of everything built from the human side? Little will is based on hiding shame, that I am me, and embarrassment and blaming others. So while we're here doing this victory log, vlog, whatever, it's not like a victory log as well. How many love the idea of remembering quickly? So Tuesday, 9 a.m. Eastern, and Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern, we come with an agreement beyond video. We have that agreement, and you share and you vote victory and you see perfection. And so I may come just to and be involved, but my vote of victory is going to move the needle for everyone, including me. All right. And so, yes, by the way, it's one of my favorite things to do is conscious nutrition and consciousness and nutrition. So, because I like to eat. Anyone else that like to eat? Or what else? More of?
Bob, we have someone asking on the chat about abundance.
Okay. So everyone, if you can imagine standing up, bending over just a little bit and shake your hiney, that's abundance. And there's also forms of supply, wealth. So again, and I will do this. The book has got it in there where there's a whole section on health and wealth are the same thing. So we will definitely, I mean, how many could have more? How many could have greater supply? And how many have been sorting by someone else outside of you controlling it? I love when the Jackie, right? It's I love it, honey. I ain't laughing at you. I'm laughing with us. All right. So first thing about supply and abundance is it's nothing to do with anything outside. As we think in our heart, so are we. So this is all about changing our own inner value. And the only thing that makes us magnetic to good is love. That's the only thing that makes us magnetic to good. How many get, these are all useful, yes or no? How many get wicked out? And so this is, again, health, wealth. If so somebody goes, I'm really healthy, but I ain't got enough, then you're not really, really healthy. I mean, have your health, yes, but it's energy. It value, supply, money is energy. And each one of us, let's say, you know, I have plenty. Also, I move up and now my energetic influence is greater. My supply will require being greater. It's already being delivered. But if I go, no, I don't, no, you're going to have to say yes. That body language will tell you how to do all that stuff. So yes, supply. Anything else? Victoria, anyone else reading the chat?
So far, that's the only one.
Oh, come on, y'all. You're the design team of cosmic consciousness. What would you like a body language, sacred body language? How many are going, oh yeah? How many get a yes on that? How many get a yes? And then let your body move and it'll tell you what you're going to do. Well, look at that. Lisa, jump on, Lisa immediately goes, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So the lower jaw is feeling. So Lisa immediately, no, did you feel a little embarrassed? Yes or no?
A little, yes.
A little, that means yes. Is the boat still sinking? A little, that means yes. I'm going to get that, but not wrong. Now, how many saw her left shoulder go up just a hair? So she's carried a burden of a little bit of embarrassment, and she immediately lifted left shoulder, which means, oh, I'm going to lift the burden and restore my blessing with the mom. So you immediately, oh yeah, and since you don't have a beard, oh yeah. So when you said body language, your feeling world, lower jaw feeling, upper jaw thinking, your body went right to feeling. So now I feel, add to it. This is short throw is, I know what I said. Long throw is, or so I feel what, Lisa? I choose to feel what?
I choose to feel empowered
By who?
by myself
And who else?
and my creator.
Nice. And how many are going, I'll have what she's having, please put that on my tab. Yes, I'll do it. Awesome. Now, was that shameful?
I don't know if it was shameful.
No, it wasn't. It was a blessing.
It was a blessing.
How many go, well, not really sure. How many give? It was I choose and I'm empowered by my creator. How many get? Our little self goes, oh my gosh, Our little self can't stand up to our great self. That's why we all got one. So we forgive our little self. So then we can open the door to our great self. So do you get, Lisa? No, I shine. Try it. Let's turn that volume up.
Shine.
Yeah. And everyone, do you get, there's a standing wave in there frequently that we've been feeding all this time. And how many of you are going, I'll have that as well. But you got to do it. You can't just, you can get it. How many have purchased things that were delivered on Amazon? You didn't even open the box. How many have done that? Tony Robbins, back when he did Personal Power, I think it was called, back in the 1800s. And he did I would add it up. Like, oh my God, that's like $85 million, whatever, a month. Somebody went back to a high percentage of those people to get a ratio. 5% of the people actually opened the package. How many get blessings are delivered? So Lisa, you get, ooh, you got it. And it's about your feeling world. And mom, did mom shine?
My mom shines.
And is it time for you to lift your own burden, or your burden into blessing?
Yes.
And are you still guarding?
Yes.
Well, not wrong. Everybody, yes, the lockjaw. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And once we have fun, we're going to laugh about it. Everybody got that, but voter victory. And the way you voted is I shine. It's not Lisa out there. It's how do you personally feel now that Lisa is shining? That's what this is all about. One person, whatever, and we're voting victory. We get it. We get 10 times greater what we're giving out. So cool. How many went? Okay, then. All right, Charles, what you got?
Bob, apologies. I've got to go to another commitment. I just found out about this meeting last night. Phenomenal. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
And I was just saying goodbye, and I'll be back here on Thursday. I think I heard.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mm-hmm.
Bob, I got a couple of questions for you. I just bought a new book. Where do I start?
At this page 1. I'm serious, like the beginning. We could start anywhere, but and that's what I'll show everybody, like the 7 steps. And we, by the way, all of y'all, we have this thing going on right now. I think it's still going on, where you can do all the deep dives that we did on the book. There's 4 different, 2 lights and 2 full on. You can get all that. I recommend everybody go do that. You'll see before the book is even in color. I'm going through the book, and it'll help you get maximum benefit by jumping in. And we made it amazingly effective financially. So you can, support at masterysystem.com, or Jade can make sure that that's sent to you, that kind of stuff, whatever. But that's where I would start. And read, don't just read, make sure you master the first few chapters until you get to body language. If you jump into body language, oh man, that's why I'm doing what we're doing here. I'm going to help everybody in the system in our video log. And mostly a lot of what I'll be doing is saying, go study this, go study that, because we're not going to get it in 2 hours a week. How many love the idea of mastering this so your creator speaks to you where you're listening? Yes. And when somebody has got something going on, if you have permission, you can help them. Otherwise, you just help them on the inner, you vote their victory. If somebody says, I'm really committed to my family, we know that there's a yes and a no, not wrong. So I can bless them and help forgive. Just as a person, I forgive their no, and I empower them with yes. And I don't have to say a word because they might not be open to it. And how do I feel now that they're a yay for their family commitment? And many of you will begin to see, man, or creator and I, or creator in me, through me, my creator, my God. And you use your names, I use my names. But the point is, you get, oh, wow, we become literally praying without ceasing. That's what this is about. So start at the beginning of the book. And there's so many things in there that you may have to go back over and over and over. And one of the ways to get a really clear deepening in that is the new offer we've got out on the light dive and the deep dives that we've got. And there are lots and lots and lots and lots of hours of material on that. So what else you got?
I got one that's dealing with pain, and other one is health issues.
Say it again. I didn't hear it. I got to turn you up.
Dealing with pain, and the other one says I have health issues.
All right. So first, take them one at a time. Never group me like that.
I
So
apologize.
Is it? That's right. Dealing with pain.
Pain,
But what was the word dealing with pain?
dealing with health issues, and the other one is pain.
All right. So in the scale of emotion, you go to the book and it goes enthusiasm. If we suppress enthusiasm, pain shows up. This is the scale of emotional harmonics. Everyone know. All right. So enthusiasm. And then if I suppress that, pain goes, get back to enthusiasm. How many have been able to do an end run around pain into blame, anger? You prick, you did this to me. And then, and most people don't like hanging out in anger. So we can go after anger, suppress that, fear, then fear, grief, apathy, and unconsciousness. Now there's 7 octaves I found. Got it? Down. Most people are at the bottom octave or the second octave up. Anybody a little above that runs the whole planet. How many get? There's a whole bunch more to be anointed. And how many know you're either anointed or annoying? Come on now, how many know? How many have ever been annoying? Yes, how many like the idea of being anointed? Yes. All right, good. So now, so pain, if I have pain and if I can touch, love, it's in the book. I love, I touch, I breathe, I stay, I feel. Yo, pain, I love you just the way you are. And inside, many of you going, nah, I really don't. I choose to. Depending on the amount of pain. And then all of a sudden we realize that the next octave above that, if we're going upscale, is enthusiasm. So that's that. And then health issues. I think everybody on the planet is dealing with some kind of issue. And it's, again, the whole book is, everything I want to do is all about, let's say, sugar imbalance. That's, I reclaim the sweetness of life. I give myself permission. It's in the book. I give myself permission to enjoy joy again. And somebody can say that, but if we work with them a bit, you're going to see what it's going to take. Let's say back issues, support. So how many grew up taking on, by association, your mom and dad's patterns, or some of them? Yep. I love that little Jackie. That's so cute. That's so good. Me too. Got it. And unbeknownst to me, in fact, my left shoulder, mom's side, that when I finally went, oh, I restore my blessings on my mom's side. That was short throw, long throw. That was completely out of my realm of possibility. But all I had to do is go, wow, what does it mean to restore through my mom's lineage, my connection from the feminine, creative, intuitive side? And my pain went, you did your job. Now I'm going to go quiet because you're restoring blessing. I mean, I wrote the book on all this stuff, right? I mean, I typed everything, you know, Vaughn did all the oil stuff, but I typed it. I created the questions and the decrees. So now do you get, I wrote all that, and I was dealing with pain. Instead of going, all right, pain, first, I love you. I worked on that while I was using oils like Deep Relief to get rid of the pain. And all I did is use the oil, and so I used the frequency in this oil to raise. And the oils, one thing about this, and maybe we'll complete on this, every pure seed to seal essential oil, the olfactory, the smell, first cranial nerve, the smell has no filter. Our smeller has no filter. None of our thought forms can control smell. So when we're restoring something, I restore my blessings with the smell of an oil. What my mentor, Marion Jaeger, back 50 years ago, whatever year, 76 or whatever that is now. When I met her, she would say, and it's in the book, she would say on number 22 that the oil anesthetizes the intellect where doubt can live. And again, we know that through science and anatomy, physiology, neurology, all that stuff. That how many know when you're sleeping at night and there's something burning, you're gonna wake up because there's no filter. It has to save your life. So how many like using an oil with the decree instead of using the oil to get rid of something, use the oil to restore. So in the medical model, allopathic control, FDA, all that stuff, it's been said you can't say a supplement or a nutrient or whatever is antifungal, antiviral, anti-tumor. You can't say that. I recommend you shouldn't say that anyway, because it's not true. An essential oil, as an example, pure, is not anti anything. It's sunlight through photosynthesis into the blood of the plant. It's spirit in form with a specific frequency. So again, how many love the idea of getting our oils, and that's what we build. What is this oil restoring? And then decree it. That's why they're working so fast. Thank you. What else we got, Victoria? You're on mute, dear. You're on mute. You're on mute. Mute.
Fingernails. Left
Oh.
hand,
Got it.
this
Okay,
one.
I got it. So this is in the book, and we'll address. Actually, let's do this. Let's go, Jade. Let's do it. Can you go to? And she's going to share our searchable version. Jade, my stress. Yo, Jade.
I'm pulling it up now.
Oh, I knew you were. I just thought I'd mess with you a little bit. Everyone, this is Jade. And can you look up fingernail? And kind of tell everybody what you're doing as you do it, dear.
Yes.
You can all
this is
get the searchable version, by the way.
this is the searchable version of my word made flesh. Whenever you get access to it, it looks like this. To search, we have the little search button down here. And then fingernail. And then you type in fingernail, and then it will bring up
Yeah,
all
so
the pages
Let's
that have
do, let's start at page 52 and they'll scroll down. And first you would pick what's going on in the fingernail. I'm not going to do that now, but we'll go pick that one. So now let's go to the hand. So fingernails are authority, authorship, parathyroid, will, all that kind of stuff. You can go read all that. Now let's go search, because I'm going to pick up the ring finger. Let's see if we can go find the ring finger in the search. Choose now, it's in there. But this makes it so fast to get to it. And left or right?
Left.
Got it. Right ring, left ring. There we go. So now I'll bring that up. So the left issues of left ring finger issues, or I would say, do you have issues of receiving help and seeing beauty? And the person usually says yes. So then I easily see beauty and give help to my world and all I do. So I'm going to build that out a little bit more. So whatever's going on in the nail, like the ridges, the crossways, long ways, whatever, there's a question for that. And then there's a decree. So once you begin to find one thing, and then you like right or left, you can do that. Then you get more and more and more specific. And then you can begin to build the upgrade and whatever happens. And then there's things in here on the suggestive frequency changers that can make a huge difference in for bone, muscle structure, and support for that one. So, can the person go live? Because let's leave this up for a minute. Who is it?
Yes, it's me, Victoria.
Oh, can you go live, my dear? So, have you let yourself receive I'm going to use this hand because it's easier to raise than the one that's got this thing. So this finger, left side, but I'm using my right finger, is about help and beauty. Have you given yourself permission to be honored in your full helpful self?
No.
And so what's going on in your fingernail?
Ridges.
So which way? Going long ways?
Long way.
All right. So again, this is time to rebuild your structure. So then let's go back to fingernail. Oh, look at you. And let's go to, keep scrolling down. Go the other way. Yep. Keep going to the next page. Very good. Let's go. There we go. Oh, fingernail marking, vertical ridges, resentment and dealing with anger or vice versa. Look at too much salt and not enough protein and fat. So growing up, were you honored as a female?
No.
And on a scale of 1 to 1,000, how strong was that?
10.
It was only a 10 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
Here's what you said. Yeah. So, and you can take it off now. Jade, let's go back to the, unshare. Thank you. So again, everyone, how many saw this? She said 10 out of 1,000. Yeah. So your body, my mind might make up all kinds of stuff because I justified it, rationalized. But when you said 10, yeah. First of all, there's two signals. One, her head went, no. And it was a yeah, which is an incomplete yes. So now your spirit inside, as a glorious being of light, were you completely honored in your feminine, creative, intuitive, and fully helped? So
No. No,
and
it was
your-
not.
Yes. And was your mom fully honored and created?
No, she was not.
And did you have a number of children in your sibling land?
Yes, I did.
How many?
10 children.
And what number were you from start to finish?
Number 8.
So mama was giving up all that she had for all of her kids. So the building, how many get? This is doable. Yes. So now, she gave you all she got. Thank you, mom. No take away from anybody. It's now that we're living here. I'm going to get that. This is my temple of the Most High Living God. Do you get what happens now that you're fully fed, Victoria?
I thrive.
No, not wrong answer. What really happens for you personally?
I relax.
Ah, nice. I mean, calcium goes, I'm going in solution now. What else?
I breathe.
Good. And what do you let in? Now pause, everybody. I'm going to show you what, and Victoria, vote your victory. Vote her victory, vote her victory, vote her victory. I'm asking her feeling tone, and not wrong, it's normal. She's looking up. So when we're looking up, we're in visual cortex. We can't feel. So I don't make that wrong. I just notice it. And what do you feel now that you're fully fit?
First words, I'm okay.
And head said, no, first words, I'm okay. Now, by the way, when she says first words, I'm okay, not wrong. Her first words were, I'm okay, not first words. So that just meant there's a filter. It's still a protect, not wrong. How many have been protecting? And once we get into this, again, no judgment. I'm not going to take that away. No. But do you get, I could go direct. Anyone, how I could go direct? I could literally let my creator be in me as me. So when your head said no a little bit, so then you just go, all right, I give myself permission. Just start with that.
I give myself permission
To have, do, or be what?
have to be.
Ask your heart.
It's okay to be me.
Yeah, say it again.
It's okay to be me.
Say it again.
It's okay to be me.
Are you running a little or pushing a little?
Pushing.
Now, not wrong. Thyroid, parathyroid is gotta. So not wrong. If we push, it's based on fear. So then I recommend you contemplate now, wow, what does it mean? Because as you give it to you, you're giving it to your whole family, all your loved ones, all the people you work with. So I'm going to get, like for me, my shoulder, I didn't get the answer right away. I just got to the point of going, I restore my blessings. What does that mean? And again, my body went, I'm done. I don't need to have this pain anymore. It's your own. And now do you get, okay. This fingernail protects, got it, at a point of authority, authorship. So now try this. I reclaim my authority in being helped.
I reclaim my authority in being helped
By my creator.
by my creator.
And then you just stick with it until it unfolds in 55 or whatever outcome maps. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
And how deep was that on a scale of 1 to 1,000?
About 999.
All right, but she didn't answer she said about. So I take all that, plus you look to the right, which is build, construct, create versus left. It's not, none of this is wrong. That's why I say, I take it people to a point, you got to do the rest, and that's between you and God. I don't need to sit here and have you get it. I used to.
Yeah. It's
Everybody
the
got
helping
that?
piece. Thank you.
Yeah. And Victoria did classes with us way back, and I call it the 1800s and the 80s. And I would drag everybody their outcome back then. Now I realize it's way more sacred than that.
Mhm.
How many love the idea of going in intimately and just getting between you, God in you, only that. Don't even have to tell anybody. In fact, don't even tell anybody. Great things are done in secret. To know what to dare to do and to be silent is like major law here. Got it? And so I learned that from Saint Germain. I really get more and more and more. That's the deal. So all you we're at time now because we have another Zoom at 10. So thank you for being on. We're going to make this a share so everybody can come on. How many get, this could be helpful. So there'll be a little bit of everything all the way through, and come prepared. Make sure you're on visual, that you can do all the deals. Yes. And really, I thank you for being on, everyone. And how many are going, okay, then how many are going to get off now and go, yeah, yes. And get in front of a mirror and just note what you did. And then go back over the book. I mean, just have fun with it. Go that, I wrote that, and then I did that. Or get on a Zoom and just record yourself. I mean, serious, and then go back over one, and then this, and your body will tell you the blessings that are returning. Awesome. Thank you all. We'll see you at 9 o'clock Thursday.